Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of endometriosis or uterine fibroids? If you haven't, you're not alone, but these two conditions are actually some of the most common gynecological issues, affecting millions of women worldwide. And here's the kicker: new research is showing that they're much more closely linked than we ever realized. A massive meta-analysis, think of it as a study of studies, looked at data from over 3 million women. What it found is pretty jaw-dropping. Women diagnosed with endometriosis are almost 3 times more likely to develop uterine fibroids compared to women without endometriosis. The odds ratio? A whopping 2.91. And in some specific groups, the risk was nearly 10 times higher. That's not just a statistical blip, that's a huge deal. Well, both endometriosis and fibroids can cause a ton of pain, heavy periods, and even fertility problems. Their symptoms overlap so much that sometimes one or both go undiagnosed, or get mistaken for something else entirely. This new evidence is a wake-up call for both patients and doctors. If you're dealing with chronic pelvic pain or infertility, it's time to screen for both conditions, not just one. Let's break down the numbers for a second. Odds ratio is just a way of comparing risk. If the odds ratio is 2.91, it means women with endometriosis are almost 3 times as likely to also have fibroids. In certain age or ethnic groups, that risk shot up to nearly 10 times. That's why this research is so important. It highlights the need for a much more holistic approach to women's health. But here's the thing, we still don't fully understand why this link exists. It could be shared genetics, inflammation, hormone levels, or even environmental factors. The science isn't settled yet, but what is clear is that missing one diagnosis could lead to more pain, more surgeries, and more frustration. So, if you or someone you know is struggling with pelvic pain or fertility issues, talk to your healthcare provider about screening for both endometriosis and fibroids. Early diagnosis and integrated care can make a world of difference. Less pain, better fertility, and fewer unnecessary procedures. This is a call to action for better awareness and smarter care. Women's health deserves nothing less.